So,
really is.
so what do you really think was gonna happen with Urgently and the Jiro?
And honestly, I don't know what they're gonna try to pull. I just know it's not gonna be good for us, working wise, because they're gonna try to overwork us. I know they is. They're gonna do it. A lot of the stuff you said, I see that they're gonna do that crap, because that's what they did with Road America. Quest and NSD did the. Man, I don't see how they going. I don't know.
All right, we're just gonna call him outside because he didn't respond to my text. Oh, he's coming now. My bad, he's coming now. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Woke up with a flat, huh?
Yeah. Well, I saw last night. I got in late, and I'm like, I'll just go for the morning.
Gotcha. You don't mind if I film, do you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, what's that?
YouTube.
Oh, for YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. That's smart.
The truck's open?
Yeah, it is now.
All right. Got to put on that emergency brake.
There's a. You need the key, car key.
Oh, the wheel lock, yeah.
I put on top of the cover here.
Okay. And then we got to get that your jack tools to let down the spare. That's going to be underneath your seat.
It's on the passenger side.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, just be careful on the. You know, I had this on a previous car. Top of something. The tab. So you just gotta be careful. I don't know how.
Yeah, he probably took it off too fast.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
This is 25, right? Yeah, I think he probably took it off. It's too fast. Maverick.
Yep.
So you think you picked up a nail or you don't know?
I found it. It's
Okay.
It looks like a. I don't know what it is. It's pretty. Whatever it is, like the head of it sheared off or something. It looks like almost a. Oh wait, before you do that, what's the? I've got another spare. I don't know if it's from my old truck.
Is it from a Dodge?
No, it's not. It's not that one.
Okay.
No, it's a lot smaller.
Get another battery. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. This is Maverick. This is MT Roadside. This is Mr. Quick Pick. Those three things. For you new people, man, thank you for watching. If it's your first time tuning in. For you old people, once again, welcome back. Boca Raton residents, I don't know. Thank you for coming back and watching this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna say that now. I have reached 412 subscribers. I'm almost close to my 500 mark. Can't even talk. As you can see that I posted in my intro, we ain't doing that. I posted in my intro about the Juro and the Urgently merger. Personally, I'm always gonna outweigh the bad before the good because that's usually how it happens. I'm ready for it. I've been ready. Because if you guys know on my videos, I mainly only talk about a Juro. I mainly only talk about how they have standards. Their standards are very high. And if your standards are high, your calls are going to get done personally. It doesn't matter how much you getting paid with a Juro. It doesn't matter how good you is with a Juro. The only thing what matters is that you're completing your call. If you completing your call, man, you good. don't worry about it. So my only thing is the people who don't have a Giro and doing an urgent leads off somebody else's account, I think. What's gonna happen? They say that everything's gonna stay the same. How long that's gonna last? That ain't gonna last very long, because at the end of the day, it's a business. And speaking of price rate, I'm gonna let you guys know something, man. If you guys are getting more than $21 an hour, $21 flat rate like me, hey man, I'm proud of you. I'm in a whole different state, different city. I get comments all day long, and I'm not bashing nobody. I always applaud people who's making money, you feel me? But make sure you know the difference, making money and just making money. Are you making money for the long term, or are you just trying to make money because you want the most out of it for short term? There's always a cause and an effect, you feel me? So think about it that way, because remember, a Giro don't dispatch their calls. They use the algorithm like YouTube does. So that's how you get your call volume. But if you are in a different state and your call volume is very high, then, well, your rate is very high, then you got a better chance. Me, I'm in Florida. We're saturated like roaches down here. So some of us got to go. You know what I mean? But the way how I feel about it is that I use my add-ons. No, I use my Giro for my add-ons to make money. That's how I'm surviving. It's not because I'm at 21, because I know some of you guys are bashing me because I do my calls at 21. Personally, I can care less. I know what I do, you feel me? I have to pay my bills. I got a family to feed. So I got to do what I can do. And what I mean by care less, meaning I have to block that, you know, what people saying that I'm taking calls for 21. Most people ain't saying nothing bad about it, but I can only control what I can control. That's what I'm trying to say. So I got a Delray tire change. I just got done with that Dodge tire change. I got a Delray tire change on the Volkswagen next. I did a few calls earlier. I got a Honda.
At the next light, turn right.
She needs, I don't know. She said she needs a key, but her keys are not working. She went through keys, got the keys. I mainly think it may be her actuators that's failing. I don't know. She sent me a picture of her actuator, so
turn right onto
I'm
South
probably
Jones
right.
Road.
But that's probably something what I don't want to get into, because I believe I may create a best friend, so I ain't even trying to do it. So I'm gonna let her know in the text later on who to go to. I'm gonna give her a phone number, and they can probably guide her in the right direction. Like I said, I got a Delray tire change on the Volkswagen. I'm gonna get to that, and then hopefully, today is kind of cold a little bit to me. The weather done dropped since yesterday, but hopefully we just have a good day, do what I do, man, and just keep focused on the prize to get monetized and do what I do. So set you guys up on my next content. All right, just made it to Delray for this tire change. Ain't no saving this tire. This tire is done. Look like she done driven on it. Got 4 holes on it. So I'm gonna call Aria and get this thing changed. I gotta go to Boca next. The car's already on a flat surface. No need for me to put the emergency brake on. That thing ain't going nowhere. perfect timing for that tire change. It is beginning to rain, so I got that done quick. I got to hit Boca for another tire change on a Hyundai Kuna, which is just like a car, so that should be quick. She sent me a picture of the spare. She has everything, so this should be ABC type of deal on this tire change and get it done. Hopefully she got air in her tire. It's a brand new car. Air in the spare, should I say. It's a brand new car. It's only gonna take me 17 minutes, which is good from where I'm at because it's down in Boca. I usually don't take Boca, but right now it's kind of steady. So I take everything what I can get, you know, at this time frame.
In about 2
Speaking of that,
miles, take a slight right turn toward
some of
Miami
these
and I-95 south.
some of these zip codes, she just texted me that somebody came and fixed their tire, and I got another call. So let's see where this is at. This is in Boynton, GLE. All right, so that works out. I didn't have to go to Boca. That call's done. I'm going to Boynton and probably set you up on Boynton. But like I was gonna say, I did eliminate some zip codes off of my stats for Giro. The reason why, because I just wasn't getting to the calls the way how I wanted to get to, and it's a liability for me. And if I'm trying to chase a call to go here to there, it ain't worth it for me no more. So if you guys got calls like that take you out of your way and then to bring you back, and it's not really helping you, it's just my suggestion. I'm not telling you, I'm giving you a suggestion just to get rid of it, because it can hurt you on your scores, it can hurt you on your time, it can hurt you on your calls to get more calls of what you're getting. And that's basically what it was doing for me. So I just basically got rid of it. I need to see where's this Boynton call at, and then I get an not an auto rescue, all state call, which is in Boynton. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to put ourselves on site on this Kuna. GLE. I think this is on the opposite side.
At the light, use the left 2
16
lanes
minutes.
to turn onto South Military
Perfect.
Trail.
I'll see if I can set you guys up on that. All right, so I'm a couple minutes away from this lockout. 2013 Honda Accord. I didn't film the Mercedes because, man, I'm gonna be honest, lady was acting kind of bougie to me, so I just put my cam back in the car, and she didn't tell me that I couldn't film, but it's just a question she was asking me. I was like, it's okay, man, it's fine. All I had to do was put some air in the tires. She didn't have anything in the tires, and tire pressure basically was all the same. I mean, I just wanted to film, you know, just to have some type of content, but I understand. Like I say, I got a 2013 Honda Accord lockout to do. Hopefully it's easy. Nothing's wrong with the doors, nothing wrong with the locks. Let's just do a whamp, bam, boom, and get out. ABC, boom. I just got through doing a tire change on PGA. Actually, I just plugged the tire because she already had everything positioned, so she done this before. Very experienced. So all I had to do, poke it right in and get out. A quickie. That's what I did. Coconut Creek. Nope. Can't do that one. So, new people that's watching, man, you guys are trying to get into this business. I'm gonna be honest with this real quick. Since this merger thing, I know it hasn't taken place yet, but I'm gonna always talk about it because this is what I do for a living. I believe this is the perfect time for you guys
1 mile, turn right onto
to start
Pine Bluff Circle.
getting into Giro contracts, because some people ain't gonna be here no more. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. The people that's down to the bottom ain't really doing their work, complain about everything, ask for all this money. You know a Giro don't like to pay anyway, but I like y'all, okay? Just saying. You know, they got certain they got a budget to work with. You know what I mean? It's a business at first. So you stay within your budget, your calls come. Every city, every state is different. So, like, I had somebody comment, like I said before, they get paid $30, bro. Hey, man, you doing good, bro. But you got a cap space. Remember that. If you go beyond that cap space, man, I don't know how your calls is going to look. I know what my cap space is. This is how I get my calls. I studied this crap, man. This didn't happen overnight for me. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I want the money, but at the same time, I'm not just gonna be greedy.
Turn right onto Pinehoff Circle, then
and
take
just
the
ask
first
for
right.
anything when, you know, you can just leave it alone sometimes. You know, sometimes you just gotta do stuff for the heart. You know what I mean?
At the
I know
stop
most
sign,
people
turn
don't
right.
believe
Then
in
the
that.
destination is on your
You
left.
in the business to make money. I understand that. But don't you understand that they're saying, man, once you give, you will receive? I always get it back for some reason. I always make my goal for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I do know because I'm doing it from the heart. That's why I make my goal. But it's just weird how I can be slow.
Is on your left. Arrived.
And the next minute, I just get that one good call, man, to satisfy my needs for the day. But I always got to think about tomorrow, how it's going to be. So I just made it here to this lockout, and I think she's sitting on the curb. Hello. I'm here to open up your car?
Yeah.
No, I'm here to do that tire change.
Tire change?
Yeah. You don't want a tire change?
No.
You want a lockout?
Yeah.
I don't do that type of service.
What?
Yeah.
What if for that?
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. You're going to have to call again.
It said locksmith.
I'm sorry?
It said locksmith on there.
I don't do that type of work, ma'am. That's not my cup of tea. I'm just playing with you. All right, let's see what type of locks you got. Yeah, this should be a quickie. How many keys you got?
Just the one.
Just the one key.
Just the one key.
You know, today may be your lucky day.
Oh?
Yeah, because I make keys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
How much you charge?
It'd be like $125 for it. The
125?
the minimum I can do is like 100.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to see the key first. But I know that the minimum I can do is 400 on this type of car.
Is the number that ending in 2018, is that your number or is that like your work number?
You just said my number on cam, ma'am. Now these people are gonna start calling me.
You can't you edit it?
Oh,
Or is it live?
it's live.
Oops.
Yeah. And now you're gonna have people calling me now.
Don't worry, I didn't say the rest,
Okay.
just the last four.
Okay.
Like falling out a year.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay, but is it that one?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, because I was literally thinking about doing it, so that makes it easier if I already
Oh,
know.
making the key?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always good to have at least two. How many times you lock your keys in? A lot?
I'm too embarrassed to.
Oh. Don't be. At least you got Roadside, you know?
My mom was literally telling me when she picked me up, she's like, you need to change your key.
All right, easy. I offer her a key. She only has one key, so she has my number. Yeah, if she wants a key, hopefully she calls, you know. If not, hey, we just move on to the next person. No point of soaking up about it if they don't call you, man. Just keep moving forward, man. One thing about me, I try to make sure that all my add-ons or what I do, I don't care if it's a battery, I don't care if it's a key job, plugging a tire. And another thing, what somebody told me that is very, very good to have is selling these car battery fob keys, key fob batteries, however how you say it, car key batteries, whatever. People, I've been noticing that people sell these things, but it never dawned on me to get it until somebody in the comments and YouTube told me they do the same thing. And somebody out here where I live at, they do it. Just selling batteries and putting in batteries. Making easy money. So yeah, I'm going to start doing that, because you know the most common battery for these car keys is like the 2032s. You know what I mean? So yeah, just I guess stock up on those, and I believe the 2064s or the 2016, something like that. One of those. There's another one that's common, but I know the 2032s, CO 2032s, whatever they call. I know those the most common batteries that be in these key fobs. Just like the H6 is the most common batteries for these cars now. You notice that? So yeah, I'm gonna start stacking up on some of these key fobs, because yeah, I've been having people battery key fobs that are dead and they're not working. I can make a little extra money just selling batteries, key fob batteries. Never dawned on me. Never freaking dawned on me. All right, gotta make a little pit stop to the vet. Gotta take my dog to the vet, you know, do a little checkup, make sure he's good or whatnot. You know what I mean? Support and take your dogs to the vet to make sure they get their necessary needs. Better hope they don't check your temperature, dog, because I can't be in there with you, man. Good luck. I don't know, man. I think homeboy faking, because he wide awake now. Look at him. Homeboy didn't want to walk or nothing, man. Now this dude just got full of energy. Yep. Pee right there, man. You good. All right, I'm back from the vet. I got my dog, as you can see. He's officially on drugs. Ooh, what's going on? This is MT Roadside, man. Just taking a moment out, man. If you guys made it this far into the video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification, so you get more of these good videos as I bring them out. Hey, now let's continue back with that video. All right, man. So got a lot out to do. It's about to be night. This daylight saving time is killing me right now. But let me go ahead and get this car door unlocked. She's coming outside right now, I think. Oh, just the car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
That was kicking my ass.
Oh, you say the asthma?
Allergy.
Oh, allergies.
Yeah, I took a pill. I ain't expect for you to come in there quick, actually.
Oh man.
They said in an hour.
Nah, I try to get my work done. That way I can go back doing what I'm doing. Shit.
Yeah, you was pretty quick.
Oh.
Cause I took the out and had no, got me relaxed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I done took you out your
And I was
comfort
like,
zone.
wait a minute, who? I almost didn't answer the phone.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do
And I
that.
seen the phone number.
Okay. All right, I got you open. Your keys in here, right?
You got on that seat, right?
All right, let me take these pictures because your alarm gonna start.
Oh, my battery.
You got a dead battery too? You want to jump start?
In my phone, no, I mean in my car key.
Oh. Man, we just talked about selling batteries for key fobs, and look what happened. Okay.
Oh shit. Yeah. But my key don't work.
So take that key out and put it in the door. It'll work. There you go. Man, you all set.
You good?
You're gonna get a survey too. On a text message. Give me a 10, I appreciate it.
Got you, man.
All right, man. All right, we got that done, man. Quick and easy. It is raining a little bit. Like I said, it's getting dark. It's almost 8 o'clock, 7:30. Game do come on at 8. I am a Chicago Bulls fan, so I do want to see that game. But if I got work, I gotta do my work, man. So it is what it is. But I do got my tablet in the car if I need to watch it while I'm on the road. But today been kind of, I'm not gonna say slow, because I had an opportunity to take about 5 calls. I did not take them because it was just too much out of the way where I was. So I kind of let those go. I let somebody else have that money, and I just wait for the next. But I used to have a goal of $400 a day. Like I told you guys before, I recently paid my car payment off. Thank the Lord for that. So my bills got even lower. So now my new goal is $300 a day. Remember, Saturdays is a bonus day that I work from 4 a.m. to 12:30 if I feel like it. And last Saturday, even though I didn't film it, was booming. I made $320 from 4 a.m. to 12:30, which was crazy. I started early in the morning and I finished at 1 o'clock whenever they started giving me calls. Remember, guys, with the Giro, I know a Giro don't like to pay money sometimes, but if you do any after hours with a Giro, meaning like if you're not scheduled to work with them and they call you, make sure you get that money added on to your money. If you want to say $100 to go for that call, make it $100. If you're not scheduled to work for them at all, make sure you get after hours pay. This is your business. This is your time. Whatever you're doing, if whatever it takes to get you to do a call, man, that's your price. That's just how I feel. Personally, me, I charge up to $75 to $100. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're trying to get me out my bed to go up the street to go help somebody out, and I'm not on the clock, you're gonna have to pay. I'm just letting you know. So just make sure you get all your money out. Remember, we working with motor clubs here. You know, you guys already know about the pay situation. I don't have to explain that. Some of you guys get paid more than others. Hey man, bless you on that. You know what I mean? Like I say, different states, different cities, it all plays a part. But I'm happy at what I do for a living. This is like my passion, so I really don't complain because I figure it out. You know what I mean? Whatever I need to do every day, I figure it out to make my goal. And that's the thing about this roadside assistant business. Every day is different. Every day you're going to meet new people, new things, new challenges. Some weeks, some days you just don't meet your goals. Some days are just slow. Some days you're just going to have a phenomenal time. You know what I mean? Some days you're just going to feel like this is just the worst feeling in the world. Like I just want to quit. You know what I mean? That's part of being in a business. You know what I'm saying? So every day is different, man, and I do not regret it at all. I haven't had like really bad things happen. The only thing that I can tell you is about, you know, the Jeep, you know, that took me a hard time to open because it was really tight. But, you know, far as like being upset with customers, this and that, no, I don't have that experience. Most people who I deal with and who I take care of, I mean, I blend with just like that for customer service. And customer service today is different like it is back then. For an example, like you had to go to like training for customer service, you know what I mean? Now it's like, be you, man, be yourself. The way how you talk to your parents, you know, with that loyal respect, the way how you talk to your friends with the playful attitude, just combine that together and you got your customer service, because people need a laughter sometimes when they going through this type of stuff. You feel me? So it's just not like back then, man. You know, you just be yourself. You don't have to call people. I mean, it's polite to call them sir, ma'am, or this and that, but you know, in today's world, people is looking to get things done and get out, to be honest with you. Uniforms back then was like a plus. Now people see you as who you are. I don't wear a uniform. Do I need one? No. I know who I am. I know what I can do, and these people know what I can do. I made a what's the word? I made a statement for what I do for a living in my area. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that I'm on a map like that, but you know, I'm doing what I got to do for a living without a uniform, and people know who I am. They don't have to know my name, but when they hear Quick Pick or MT or you know Math or something like that, they know who they're getting. They already know who they're getting. So yeah, I made a name for myself like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got 14 calls in. I just need one more call for my goal. Remember, I do my calls by 20. Even though I get 21 and 25s and whatever call, but I do my calls by 20. So whatever the leftover remaining, I just add that for Saturday to see what's going on. It's a bonus. I just need one more call. Then after that, I'm done. So I get off at 10. I'm bound to get one call, so I'm not stressing about that. But I set you guys up, you know, for whatever that one call is, and hopefully I get it soon. All right, so I made it home. I did have one call, but she had two flats and PGA, so I couldn't change the tire. She needs a tow. But one thing I want to go over, like I used to do, is like the stats for a Giro. I don't talk about NSD. I don't talk about Roadside Protect. I don't talk about any motor clubs except for like a Giro because they got high standards. And this is what I'm talking about. So let me get you set up and let you guys see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm loading up my stats for a Giro. First, we're gonna go to Volume Insights. This will tell you how many calls you have for the 30 to 45 days. Remember that I cut some of my hours and I also cut some of my zip codes, and I lost about 300 calls, I believe. So my call volume is, let's see. So this here, let me zoom it in if you can see it. So this number right here is the total number of call volume that I have in my territory. This is the number of calls, what I get now, 443 calls, which I still think is a lot. Because remember, I still got other motor clubs I gotta do, U-Haul, Roadside Protect, Urgently, the Allstate, Good Hands app, all that other stuff, Honk and all that. So that's still a high number for me, which I'm thankful for. This is the total amount that I'm doing. That's the amount that I'm completing in my share, but that's what I get, 42% of my share. But this one right here is what I'm completing, so I'm doing about half. This number here is increasing because I'm doing more calls. Hopefully, I believe that's because of daylight savings. I get to do more calls after 6 o'clock or whatever. But I'm trying to get better at it. So then we're gonna go to the performance. And if you guys don't understand it, I'm gonna try to show it to you the best way I can. So this here, the 49, remember I used to be at about 36 or 38%. I got that number up. I'll zoom it out. Cool. There we go. So I got this number up, and it's been going up good because I'm doing more calls. I say this is the number of calls I've done so far. This is how much I earned so far, 4,600. Can I get more calls? Yes, I can. Job acceptance opportunity. So I still have 227 calls that I can get. And then on top of that, I have a growth opportunity where there's 610 more calls. I have plenty more calls to do, but can I do that? I'm only one guy, so it's very impossible. So these two numbers here are your main focus point. Your NPS is your customer survey and your completion rate. As far as my market, I'm still in the green. I'm at a 97. Like I say, make sure you do what you need to do on your customer service. Customer service plays a part of your completion rate and the whole 9 yard of your stats. I cannot go lower than a 96 in my NPS. If I go lower than a 96 in my NPS, I would not get any calls in this territory. Remember, like I said, my call volume is saturated with providers. So that 42% that I get, the 443 calls that I get, that has to stay there, because if I drop lower than that, I may drop to 200. The reason why I keep the 400, just in case if I don't have anything, at least I can depend on a Giro. At least I know that I'm primary with a Giro. I guess that's what I'm saying. So you want to keep that number in the green. I don't know about anybody else's territory, but I cannot go lower than a 96. My completion rate, that's going to factor in with OAs, the cancellations, and all that. So I'm at a 93.4. I do not like to go no lower than a 92%. Anything else, I think I will be flat on the ground. So, and then as you can see, I like to keep my rate under $2. The reason why, because I believe I told you guys this before, at Giro, they do not dispatch their calls. It goes through a system and the system picks whatever. Now, if you in a city or a state that, hey, you're the best, you're the man, you're the hero of that state or city or town, they ain't worrying about you. You don't have any kind of competition to compete with, so your numbers and factors with the rate doesn't really exist. You get what I'm saying? But if you in a state, if you in a city that got a high population volume with a lot of people, man, that's doing this roadside, got a lot of providers, that's gonna matter. Because this is gonna be the main thing. Just like this here, this is almost gonna be the second to the main thing if they're gonna give you calls. But as you can see, everything here is competitive. That's where you wanna be. Now, like I told you before, I play, I joke, I laugh, I have fun, but I take my job serious. The reason why, because I have to provide for my family. Gotta put food on the table. Just like I gotta take my dog to the vet, gotta pay for everything, you feel me? So all that stuff plays in the factor when you're doing this type of business. When you're going into business, you know what I'm saying? So just think about what you're doing. If you just rejecting calls just to reject calls and think this is just like a gig work, I'm showing it to you right now. Gig work don't have this. These are numbers, what you need to know. You feel me? And then we got the dispatch and a location tracker, which I'm 80%, and photo 87.9. Sometimes I do forget to take my photos, but it's coming together. Location base, this is what they're doing on the location base. I'm at 80% on that. So whenever they give me a call that they're tracking me, that's how I'm getting most of my calls. That's by my house. You feel me? So, but this is how you want to look. You want to look like that with a Giro. If you're trying to get consecutive calls every day, that's how you want to look. You want to be under $2. So tomorrow, I'm going to look at this stat in the morning because it updates at 7:15 a.m. in the morning. So tomorrow morning when I look at this, we're going to see what changes. Did I get a GOA today? No, I don't think I did. But I did most of my calls. Like I said, I didn't take 5 calls because it wasn't worth for me to go there because it was too far away. But Roadside is not a gig anymore, man. They put a number on you. Your VIN number, Yeah, your ID, your VIN ID is your number. That's how they tell you. Can tell you apart from different people. With this Ajero and urgently thing, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know what to expect. The only thing I can tell you is to get your numbers up now, because changes are going to be made. And if you're one of those people that got low numbers, you can be out the door. Meaning that you ain't gonna be getting no calls. I don't care what you see on videos, what people making. It doesn't matter, man. It's a video. They ain't showing you numbers. You don't see numbers. You're seeing a video. I'm showing you numbers. I'm trying to give you hints, as I've been doing since I started making videos, like talking about Ajero, how they have high standards. I've been talking about that. You got to notice that Ajero is always in the office thinking of something that can keep you on your toes. And you need to be 10 steps ahead of them. Most people gonna say motor clubs ain't the one. That ain't it. People gonna bash me. I already know in the comments because I'm doing motor club calls because they don't pay. Once again, my name is Maverick. I go by MT Roadside. I go by Mr. Quick Pick. Those three things. I do motor clubs for a living. I'm not a mechanic. I'm nowhere near ASC certified. I do not do oil changes. I do not change struts for roadside assistance. I learned how to do the motor clubs. I learned how to do their numbers. This is why I get the call volume that I do. And I learned that by me being on competitive rate, my call volume stays. And with them, I use them for my add-ons to make my keys, to sell my batteries, whatever it takes. This is not my only contract. I do have Roadside Protect. I do have U-Haul. I do have Penske, which Penske is a half. So we ain't gonna count them as a whole. They're a half. I only did 2 calls for them. Ceros, I have NSD. I have the Urgently. I have Allied. I have Honk. So I have different varieties to make money. You know what I mean? So they're not the only one. But if I had to choose to pick one company to make them number one for my income, I'm gonna choose Ajero. Why? They got the call volume. And their standards is gonna make you work. That's why. So we're gonna continue back tomorrow. We're gonna see how these numbers looks tomorrow, see what changes. And this is basically how I adapt to how I make my calls, how I get up in the morning, what I need to do, what I need to focus on. If you can't read that, you're just basically just waking up and just doing calls. You're lost. Roadside is not a gig, it's a business. Make it your business to do your job. You feel me? So just understand why you in business, you know what I'm saying? Don't be in business just to make money. Be in business because, one, you want to get out of debt, or you're trying to plan something, have a reason why you're starting your business. I don't know. My reason was, I want to clear some of my debt because my normal job wasn't doing it for me. And once I had that reason and that vision, it started taking place. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and feed these fishes because they getting out of hand a little bit. And took my dog to the vet. I'm gonna take care of my dog right quick because I can't let my wife do it because he's already high as a kite. She may give him too much doses. Yeah, We're going to continue tomorrow. We're going to look at these numbers tomorrow early in the morning and see what changes. And then we're going to go from there. But do not take this Agiro and urgently merger for granted, because the people who don't have Agiro yet and probably doing urgently off other people's work, later on down the line, it just may be a little flat line. And somebody's going to end up without a job. It's either urgently, because once you can, I don't care what a merge means. Agiro took that over. They took that over. So, you people that's getting into Roadside right now and don't have Agiro, this is your best opportunity to get in right now before changes are being made. I'm just letting you know. If you don't have it, better get it. If you're looking to get into it, your best opportunity is to start now, especially during the slow season, so you know what you're getting into. That way you'll be prepared when your call volume start to pick up. You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be going out there just to be doing calls, just to be doing calls, man. It don't work like that anymore. We're here to make money. That's what I'm here for. I don't just do calls just to do calls. Yeah, so we're going to pick back up in the morning, see how these numbers look, and we're going to go from there. The game is on. I don't got no calls right now, so I'm finna turn on this game and watch my Bulls play. Catch you in the morning. All right, it's the next morning, man, so we're going to check the stats, see how we did, see if we gained, see if we decrease. But I believe we gained. I did what I was supposed to do. So let's check that out. All right, so our performance, we actually moved up a notch a little bit, which that's good. Our earnings moved up about $2,000. Let's see. So everything is moving up. That's what I like to see. I'm getting more calls. I got more calls here too. This stayed the same. This actually went up, so that went up. I should have more calls. And my rate-dollar ratio dropped, I think, 3 cents, which is good. Now let's see on the insights. Now my job volume, that went up. I think that was at like 340 or 330 yesterday. So that actually went up. What's going on, guys, man? I ain't filming today because I ain't bring my stand, but it's already at the end of the day. I did meet my goal. I got 330. My goal is 300, so I met my goal. I'm just gonna help a brother out with this lockout. Open up his car for him. I do gotta make a key for him either tomorrow or Monday. I actually got 2 cars for him. I don't even got my stand, but let me see if I can set you guys up. that we gotta make. I didn't film because I don't got no tripod and I'm not gonna, you know, hold no camera. But like I say, I did my goal for today. 300. I actually did 330, and yeah, so I made over what? I made $30 over. So tomorrow, I am gonna work tomorrow because I feel like it's gonna be a good one tomorrow. And plus, like I told you guys before, man, I want to make sure that I get my acceptance rates up because I don't know what's in store, what's gonna go down with this merger and everything. So I'm gonna make sure that I get everything. I'm just texting them, letting them know that I got the key out of this car. That key jacked up, man. Jacked up. All right. All done. All right, like I say, I got this Jeep to do tomorrow. I'm gonna pick up that key, and then the yellow van I got tomorrow. Got 2 keys, man. And all right, as you see it, thank you, bro. We good. Yeah. So if you guys that's doing this roadside, man, you guys that's just starting, look, I'm just giving you advice. You don't gotta listen to me. You don't gotta do nothing. You can do what you want to do. But I know what I'm doing. Because like I say, I think it's a new beginning. And this can be a good thing or a bad thing with a Giro. If you don't got your scores up, get them up now while you got a chance. For you new people that's just starting with a Giro, you guys got a clean slate. So that means that just do your freaking work. You know what I mean? Just do your work. Because you don't know. I just got a feeling that the people that's down to the bottom, you can be down to the bottom and do your work. You just got a low acceptance rate, like me, because I get too many calls. I can't do all of them, but I'm trying. But I'm talking about the people that's just picking and choosing, not cherry picking, but just picking and choosing and using this roadside as a gig. They just may get rid of y'all, bro, and girls. So just giving you guys a little bit of advice, man. Just start doing your work, man. Capitalize on everything what you do. This is not a gig no more. This is a business. Like I say, a Giro is always thinking on something new that can get us going, that can make sure that they get their calls going. And I know you guys know, just like AAA, Geico, a Giro is like the top of the line of the food chain with calls. So they're gonna keep us busy no matter what. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and I'm not saying it's a good thing. What I am saying, make sure you get your bread and your piece of pie when you're ready for it, because at any moment, they can just flip the switch. That's all I'm saying. But yo, I got another call. I ain't gonna hold this camera while I'm doing my work, but appreciate the subscribers. And like I said, I'm up to 412, man. Let's get to that 500, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Those, I'm getting the comments that people want to start. Hey, just do it. That's what Nike say. Just do it. Brothers and sisters that does this business, gotta understand, I don't care if you're the best in the world. I don't care if you're a beginner. People all over the world that's doing this roadside business, we are family. We got to stick together, man, because certain people, man, you know, when we do these calls, I'm gonna be honest, man, people just sometimes just don't care about us. But we got to stick together, man. For those of us who's doing this type of work for a living, man, we got to stick together. Let's not bash each other, man. Let's help each other out. I'm just saying. But this is MT Roadside. This is Maverick. This is Mr. Quick Pick. I am signing out. Bye.